Good evening, Shiloh Church family. I wanted to hop on here tonight and just say that I am praying for each and every one of you. Hopefully, everyone is well, and I can't wait to be back at church so that we can see each other. But in the meantime, hopefully, everyone is getting adjusted to the new normal that we've kind of been forced to live by here lately. Hopefully, this is going to be very temporary and we'll be able to join back together at the church soon. But in the meantime, um, I just wanted to mention I don't know if anybody else is a numbers person or if they like to follow numbers and just kind of see where things are going. But on the Facebook page, one of the comments that I keep seeing is that how people are so frustrated about not being able to be at church and they need that um, consistency of being inside the church. But you don't have to be in the church to be the church. People now more than ever are looking to us as Christians, as women, as the people of Shiloh, to see how we are reacting to what we're being faced with today. Um, this is all very new territory for everybody. Unless you're over 100 years old, we have never, ever seen anything like this on this type of scale. And I hope that we don't ever again. Being a nurse, this is one of the absolute craziest things I have ever seen in my life. And it's very serious, it's very concerning. It's very scary and people are scared. But that being said, in this time of social technology, social media, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Snapchats. I know some of you have no idea what that stuff is, but sometimes I have to defer to my children to know what some of that stuff is too. Uh, but, we're fortunate that we are able to get together even like this. But just in the last 2 weeks, I happened to hop on the church's Facebook page the other day to look back at some of the videos that Pastor Danny and Pastor Jeff have done, and I was astounded to see that some of the videos had been viewed between Shiloh Kids and the regular Shiloh church service. They had been viewed over 7,000 times. I think the church services had been viewed like 4,500 times, and then the Shiloh Kids services had been viewed more than 3,000 times. So we're still doing the work of the church, even though we're not able to be physically there in the church. And hopefully, in the next few weeks, the quarantine is going to be lifted. The stay-at-home orders are going to be lifted. If we can all just band together and just kind of do what has been recommended of us, we will be back in the church before you know it. That being said, as well, for the women's ministry, one of the things that we are planning is in May, we're planning to have a spring paint party. I have more information coming on that, and I will let you know as far as what the cost is going to be, what options you're going to have. I was told that we did do this in the past and it was very successful. So I'm looking forward to getting together and having some fellowship with the women while we participate in the paint party. And hopefully by the first weekend in May, that is going to happen. And hopefully all of this will be lifted. One of the other main things that we have coming up in June is the Millage. And some of you have asked what that is, And honestly, I am not 100% sure exactly what it is. I have a meeting later this week for some more information on that. But from what I'm being told, it is a um, kind of a sip and shop where you can get refreshments. We're going to have lunch. You can shop with some of the local women that have small businesses, Pampered Chef, 31, Scentsy, and several of the other ones. I believe LuLaRoe was one of the ones that was mentioned in there. But they are going to be having a fantastic speaker there as well. So if you're able to attend, that is going to be the first Saturday, which I believe is June 6th. I look at my calendar really quick. It is June the 6th. And then on June 7th, we have a special service at church as well. So please plan to attend, hopefully attend. If you can, that very first week of June will be a special weekend at the church. As far as devotion, I was kind of looking through some of the things that I look at on a daily basis, and one of the devotions that stuck out to me was a devotion called At Rope's End. And just to kind of read to you what it says, the Bible verse that goes with it is 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 8 through 10. And it says, "We are under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired of life itself. Indeed, we felt we had received the sentence of death. But this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God who raises the dead. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us again. On him we have set our hope that he will continue to deliver us." And, that's kind of where we're at right now. People are scared. People are wondering what in the world is going on, and there's really no answer to it. It's a scary time for us. The devotion goes on to say that some people have said that when they reached the end of their rope, they tied a knot and they hung on. And for a lot of us, that's what we're doing. I can only speak for myself. Being a nurse, this is, like I said before, this is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. It is very serious. It needs to be taken very seriously. But other than that, we really don't have answers. We're just trying to hold on the best that we can and kind of go with the flow of everything that's changing every day. We're trying to look at the numbers. We're trying to kind of adjust how we're practicing medicine. We're trying to look out for people and keep people as safe as we can, and we need help with that. We need everyone to do their part and do what we've been instructed to do. We, as doctors and nurses, we've got the medical background, but we've never treated anything like this. We've never seen anything like this. And the only thing that we can go on are the past cases, and the last big pandemic. We don't have those often, thankfully, but that's the information that we have to go on, and how people reacted, and what worked with that, and how we need to adjust our lifestyles. And honestly, I don't think that that's too much to ask. But going on, it says, "Others have said that living through great difficulty showed them that they don't know as much as they thought they did, but they were stronger than they imagined that they were." And we are. We as a society have become very spoiled, is a good word. I know myself, I am extremely spoiled, and I love the comforts of just being able to run out and pick up some dinner, or just running across the street to grab some lunch, or, having that, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, the convenience maybe of being able to just go and do what I want to do, and that freedom of being able to go and do what I want to do. It continues and says, still others say that God's children endure suffering until they realize that circumstances are far more difficult than what they can handle. At that point, each person has a choice. He or she can curse God like Job's wife recommended, or you can embrace God like Job did. Who can forget Job's moving affirmation, I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand upon earth. And that comes from the book of Job, uh, chapter 19, verse 25. When we focus intently on God rather than our difficult situation, He sustains and fills us with hope and joy, helping us to continue our journey. Eventually, He will deliver us. When we are saved, we know who saved us. When you reach your rope's end, count on God because He will deliver you. And that is very true. And, I think that greatly applies in the situation that we're in today. And I hope that here shortly we're able to get back together and get back to normal. But in the meantime, I encourage you to evaluate your priorities, evaluate what is most important to you. Now we have time because we're not supposed to be going places. Um, we have time to focus on some of those things that when we're working, we don't necessarily have time to focus on because we're being pulled here and there and everywhere. We're shuttling kids to extracurricular things like dance and um, marching band and, winter guard. We're being pulled all over the place. Um, we have that time now. If we can focus our time on getting our priorities straight, getting stronger in our faith, paying attention to the things that are truly, truly important to us, I think when we come out of all of this, we'll all be in a better place. So I promised that I would keep this short, and I'm going to. I hope that each and every one of you are doing well. I hope you're in a good place. I hope that you're able to keep your social distance as well as maintain sanity. Um, and I hope to see you guys soon. I love each and every one of you and hope to be able to be back together really soon. If anyone needs anything, please feel free to reach out to me. Most of you, I think, know how to get in touch with me. If not, you can always call the church and they can get my information for you. Um, if you need anything, just reach out and I'll be happy to help in any way that I can. I love you and we'll see you soon. Thank you.